Alright, hello. Back again for the second Terraria stream. Um, Pretty excited to get started here. Not much to talk about before we jump in. No new updates for the game or anything like that, so we can just go ahead and jump in. We've got our character here, Lex, named after Lex Luthor, I believe. We're on Classic for the character. We're on a large world called Alpharus, and we're on Death and Master mode. So let's go ahead and jump in. Just a refresher, just in case. So last time, let me gather my bearings here and see what we have to do. So last time we got some armor, we got some lead armor, we got some cool accessories, we've got some cool new weapons. We got this new shotgun type thing. We got this prosthesis, and I think I think we were trying to get some more health last time, but I was a bit slow in doing that, so we got cut short a little bit. So let's continue doing that, and then I'll talk to the guide after that and see if we can find something else to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, and we have this thing, so I'll keep an eye out for any of these energy core things that power this. Anyways, so I think the only thing I really want to do right now is talk about, well, in terms of the game, really, I just want to talk about this little accessories menu, because you can see there's little like what look like eyeballs here on the right hand corner of each accessory, and all this does is toggle whether or not you can see the accessory on your character. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because I want to make this pink floaty thing not visible, because I think it just looks kind of ugly. It's still it doesn't make the accessory turn off or anything, so I can still float in water, but you just can't see it. I'm just gonna turn that off, and I see we have this shackle here. You can barely see it, but around my arm there's like a little thing hanging off, and that's not my armor, that's actually this shackle thing, so I'm just gonna turn that off as well. Anyways, oh yeah, we got the magic mirror last time, and the piggy bank. I just remembered we got a piggy bank last time as well. We've got max mana for now, and we're just trying to get some more health. It's probably going to be a bit easier with this shield thing that we have, and you know, all this armor that we have. You know what? This is actually a great opportunity to show off this this railway system. All this is basically just like an abandoned. Oh, speak of the devil! It's an abandoned minecart, basically. All you do is just ride it, and it takes you somewhere in the cave. It's not like a huge structure type of thing. You're not gonna find like a whole mine shaft like in Minecraft, where there's a bunch of rails and all that stuff. It just takes you to a new part of the cave. Anyways, sorry, I've got to kind of twist out my neck here. I've got some knots that are really bothering me today. It looks like we actually did find our first health crystal though, which is awesome. It kind of means we've already accomplished what we set out to do for the stream. So now we've got to move on to something else. Alright. Got our chests, I should say. with all these different types of blocks in them and all that stuff, different items. So we got our first heart crystal or life crystal, and this is a consumable, meaning we can take it out of our inventory and use it. And it's a material, and it also permanently increases maximum life by 20. And we have 100 right now, so it's going to give us 120. We can go ahead and see what this crafts into. We can get a few things with it. Of course, we need to collect more to really make use of these recipes. But let's go ahead and use it and increase our life by 20. And that's actually going to be the whole stream, guys. Thanks for watching. No, I'm kidding. That crosses off what we wanted to do, though. I was kind of hoping we could find some more, but I think it's best if we just move on to a new quest, so to speak. Anyways, let's see what we got. You should stay indoors at night. It is very dangerous to be wandering around in the dark. Very true. For a nurse to move in, you might want to increase your maximum life. Okay. Well, we just got one crystal, so maybe that's enough for a nurse to move in. We do have a spare room, so maybe that nurse will move in soon. If you had a gun, which I do, I bet an arms dealer might show up to sell some ammo. Okay. You should prove yourself by defeating a strong monster, aka a boss. That will get the attention of a dryad. Hang on to any bombs you might find. A demolitionist may want to have a look at them. I met a stylist in this region. She went off adventuring underground, and that was the last I saw of her. Wonder what happened to her. Ever caught a strange fish and you aren't sure to do with it? I hear a fishing master lives near the ocean, who might have a use for those. So it seems like he's just kind of telling us how to get more people to move into our house here, which is fine and all, but we do need to build more houses because he just listed off like 6 different people, and we also need to fulfill those things that he was talking about in order to do that. So like one example that I can do now, he said we should keep some bombs on our character, so I can keep those on me. I can keep those on me, and it'll probably attract a new demolitionist NPC to move in here. He was talking about a nurse, and we can build a new room for them. Talked about an arms dealer. I have a gun, so maybe they'll move in too. What else did he mention? He mentioned a fishing guy, the dye trader, and a stylist. And I'm pretty sure we can just go back and ask him for those same dialogue options again. It's not really a big deal if we forget. So let's go ahead and start making some new houses, I guess. I do want to address one thing really quick, though, before I forget. So, if you remember, you might not, which is fine. But if you remember from last week, or if you're watching this on YouTube, if you remember from yesterday, or, you know, whenever you're watching this, we have these sunflowers here, kind of on the outskirts of where our house is. And these are actually very important to the game. This game loves to just have random stuff be really important for no reason. And this is one of those examples. Sorry, just trying to get out of trouble here. So yeah, sunflowers are going to be very important to our cause right now. And I don't know if there's really anything that indicates this in the game explicitly, at least not yet. But sunflowers are actually going to be something that stops the spread of this biome right here, which is the corruption biome. So you can probably tell this thing has been spreading further and further closer to my house since we started this world. Now, unfortunately, we actually kind of have it really close to my house, which is not super common, at least not in my experience. It's been spreading closer ever since, and the only way to stop this right now is with sunflowers, which is, you know, kind of strange. So if I just place some sunflowers here, I'm pretty sure that will just completely stop the spread of this corruption. I don't know if it stops it from spreading underground, because like stone blocks and stuff like that also get corrupted eventually. But for right now, this is going to be good enough. I don't want it to reach my house because, you know, I don't want to be fighting these gross flying, you know, whatever they are, every day, every time I spawn in. So I just want to stop this corruption from spreading as soon as possible. So that will be fine. I don't think I'll have to worry about this anymore. And with that being done, I think we can safely go ahead and expand our village across this little stretch of land here. This actually gives me a good chance to try to show off some building skills. I wasn't lying when I said I'm not a builder. I really don't know how to make good villages at all. So I'm going to try my best. I think the village I had in my last world was pretty okay. It was a lot better than anything I've made before that. But it was still kind of a bit janky, a bit ugly, in my opinion. Now, we don't have the most options at our disposal right now. Of course, we only have access to, like, this kind of wood. We have no kind of dye or paint. We only have so many choices for, like, stone or brick. That kind of thing. We have nowhere to buy more paintings. We have to just find them in the world. And we have these basic furniture items. We can get more later, but of course, but for right now, it's just not too much to choose from. So I think the best course of action might be to create something which fits into this biome, the forest biome, while also not really expending too many resources if we can help it. So, I mean, you might say this is fine because it's made out of wood. But I do want to make something that's just a bit prettier and, you know, lets everybody walk around more. Because these NPCs up here on the top floor can't even go outside. They're not programmed to jump or fall through platforms, so they're just kind of stuck here. So I'm trying to think of what I can do. Let me grab our materials here. Got some sand. We've got some dirt. Hardened sand, I guess. Stone. Wood. Sandstone. And clay. It's not a lot, but we can find something. Each of these can be crafted into all types of different blocks, actually, so we are limited, but it's like, you know, we have to work. We can work with this in order to get some better blocks, I think. Of course, we can't access all of this stuff yet. Like these cool, colorful ones over here. We don't have all these materials yet. But we do have some. So let's see what we can do. We can make some stone slabs, copper plating, tin plating, asphalt, gray bricks, copper bricks, just a bunch of different kind of bricks. I'm thinking what we can do is build something with a brick out, like a brick layer on the outside instead of wood like this is right here. We can make stone bricks and then make the inside. I'm trying to think if this is the right kind of wall, but that wall that we saw way back when we discovered that chest that was underground, that golden chest. I'm trying to think of the name of that structure. But that structure had a bunch of different kinds of walls. And I believe this one that we have right here is one of those. So if we get a bunch of those and get some great bricks and some cool lighting, I think that will work for now. And I'm trying to think if we want to connect them all in like a row, like this bottom row is here. Or if we want to like separate them out and connect them with like stairs and ropes. Or if we want to have them like all in a tall tower type of thing. Let me see what we got here. So we've got this flat area that I've kind of designated for fighting robots, but we haven't really fought any robots yet. Over to our right is a bunch of corruption. And over here, I mean, we have some like different elevation, like raised and lowered ground, but I don't know. I feel like it's not that much. Like I'm thinking if we had more of this kind of layout, we could build like one room down here and then one room all the way up here and connect them somehow. It looks like this is also really close to the desert, so that might not be the best idea to do that right there. So maybe we can do that later when I have more tools to build and terraform things. But we don't really have that right now. So I think the best I can do is to like fill up this little crater here with some dirt and then build separate rooms, like one right here. I could build one up here. I could maybe build like a 2-story type of thing somewhere. And I don't really know exactly how many rooms I want. For a few reasons, actually. So, our guy here, Joe, was talking about like 6 different characters that can move in on top of our already existing characters. But also, I do remember that if we go to the happiness for the NPCs, some of them can be unhappy with the amount of people moved in. Yeah, like this guy's not happy that there's so many people living so close to him. Too many individuals detected in close proximity. The forest harmonizes with blue magic. Basically meaning that he likes the forest. He likes living in the forest, but not with so many people near him. So I'm thinking, how many rooms do we really want? Because we can always build more, of course. But we also want to spread out different rooms throughout the world. Because some people like different biomes. And again, not everybody likes living with a lot of people. So it's like a whole kind of mini game here of figuring out who wants to live with who and where and all that stuff. we can go ahead and get started here on our housing journey. This might actually take a while. I'm gonna start out with, I don't know, I'll say 4 houses. Then I'll keep that little starter cabin that we have in case any new people show up, because we can always move them later. Let's go ahead and fill this up. And let me stop talking about the game so much if I can help it. Not really anyone to talk to. It's like I'm recording instead of streaming. I had a good day yesterday. Yesterday I had a job interview, my first one in a long time. It's been a few months since I had a real job interview. I'd say it went pretty well. The drive was about an hour and a half, which was, you know, not ideal. But I ended up taking the scenic route there. There were like 2 main routes that I could have taken. One on like the freeway, and one that goes through a mountain. I took that one because I don't particularly like that freeway that much. And I just wanted to see what would happen, like what it was like to take that scenic route. And I'd say it was pretty worth it. There was a lot of snow. It's been raining and storming a lot here, so there was a lot of snow up on that mountain. I've mentioned I don't get snow where I live. I've only seen snow here, like in front of my house type of thing, like once or twice, ever. But for some reason, the mountain, which is only about half an hour drive away, the mountain was full of snow. Like there was a bunch of signs about, oh, you might need chains, and the road might be slippery, and, you know, just watch where you're driving and all that kind of stuff. And as you're driving, you can tell that the snow has been pushed off the road to help drivers, but everything else was just covered in snow. All the grass, the trees. If it wasn't for the trees, I probably wouldn't see any green in the mountain. I'll just put it that way. So I don't know why that mountain in particular gets so much snow when we don't. It's always been like that. Like, you can see the snow anytime you look at the mountain from down here in the valley where we live. So I don't know what's up with that. It's always been like that. This might be the first time I've really driven up there by myself and seen the snow and taken it in. I think I've been up there when I was a child a couple times, like with my family, but I don't really remember it that well. So this might be the first time I've really gone out and seen the snow like that. I didn't actually get out and touch the snow or anything like that because I didn't have time to do all that. But it was still a really nice drive. I'd probably do it again. I just have some free time to do that. Anyways, the interview itself went pretty well. I think I'll hear back from the job like next week or something. I'm kind of hoping I get the job so I can get some extra money coming in. Yeah, and then after all that, I hung out with a friend all day. We watched some shows, and got a pizza, some salad. So I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, so we're done with that. We've got this little hill that we can kind of level out a little bit. I can't remember if I've said it explicitly or not, but if it wasn't clear, the way you take down these walls that are kind of like the background, whenever I like dig out some dirt and there's a bunch of like dirt walls, the way you take those out is with a hammer. You can't use a pickaxe or an axe to get rid of those. You need a hammer to do it. And I think that's the only thing hammers can do. The hammers can't, oh no, I'm lying, they can do some other stuff I'll show off pretty soon. But that's the only kind of block they can mine. You know, axes take care of trees, and pickaxes take care of pretty much anything else, but hammers only take care of walls. So that's that. So I'm gonna reposition these sunflowers somewhere. We can go ahead and start building. I want to make some gray bricks, and I gotta determine how big I want these houses to be. So last time I did this, I set it up in such a way that there were two houses, or two rooms, I should say, set next to each other, and then they had a roof over those two, and then there was a bit of space on like a flat piece of ground, and then another set of two rooms, and then there was like a kind of second story, but it was just all one room, and then a roof over all of that. So it was just one big house, basically, with 5 rooms. Kind of like this, but with more space to put stuff. And there was also outside space, so I could move around. Everyone could move around. I could put decorations outside and everything. And I don't want to exactly do that again. Let's see, I need 2 stone for each brick. Let's go ahead and make as many as I can. We'll go and get some more stone. Do you sell stone? No. I don't know if anybody here can sell stone. Oh, it looks like we did get a nurse to move in. What? You again? Feels like I've seen you a lot. Let me check your chart. Yep, you've been slain 20 times. Great. Now, the nurse can actually heal us up to full health if we need it. So if we're like in the middle of a battle or something, and we need a quick heal, we can go to her. If she's not dead, then we can heal up during the battle for a price. She costs like a certain amount of money to heal, but we could do that if we need to. It's not really great to be building in the middle of the night like this. But let's see if we can just make a little, in case, like a little room here, just to protect myself. Right. So what I'm thinking is, instead of building like one big cabin essentially with a roof, I'm thinking we could build like a room here. We could build one more like on this hill right here where my cursor is, and then one more up here on the higher ground. And we can connect all those with like fences or walls or something like that. And then above all of those, we can connect like a platform with some stairs and build maybe 1 or 2 more up on a second story. And then have that second story also have a staircase down to the ground, so everybody can move around freely. And maybe I don't want to enclose it necessarily. I know I just said I don't really want to do the same thing I did last time. And this is pretty similar, to be honest, but I kind of want to leave it open for now, and then if I'm feeling it, if I'm feeling like getting all the resources in and doing all the building, then we could build like an actual house to put all those rooms in, and we can put all the, you know, decorations and all that stuff. But for right now, I'm going to plan out these rooms. I would like to make them relatively big because I like to decorate the rooms. It doesn't really affect NPC happiness at all, how they're decorated or anything, or how big the rooms are. But I still want to, you know, make them look nice. Yeah, this is not a good idea at all to be building during the night. But I also don't really want to wait like 10 minutes just to build. I don't know. I may be forced to. I want to make each room probably about 15 blocks wide on the inside, which means probably about 17 blocks total. But we'll see what I can do.